What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a brand new video. Today I mastered the SGX, got it to level 50, and one of the starter submachine guns. So I bet a lot of you guys are curious what are the best setups for this weapon. I first got a couple of clips. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy them, and then we'll get into the guide. Alright guys, today we're talking about the SGX, one of the most versatile submachine guns in Battlefield 6. After spending a lot of time with it, I've put together two builds that really bring out the best in this gun. The first build is for super aggressive players, the ones who love getting up close and hip firing everything that moves. It uses the iron sight and is built for pure speed and mobility. The second build is a bit more all around, still extremely fast but more balanced, and I think it's the one most players will enjoy overall. About the SGX. The SGX is one of those SMGs that just feels solid at everything. It doesn't dominate any single category, but it performs really well across the board. It's got a predictable recoil pattern, a good reload speed, decent time to kill, and great mobility. All of which make it a weapon you can rely on pretty much in any situation. Of course, it's still a submachine gun, so you're not going to be beaming people from long range. But once you understand how to use it properly, this weapon becomes extremely consistent and fun to play with. How I play the SGX. Once I really mastered the SGX, I noticed something about how I tend to use it. I flank a lot. I'm consistently moving around the sides of the map, taking fights at close range and catching enemies off guard. The big advantage of playing the way is that you don't have to worry about recoil control nearly as much, since you're not often taking long range fights. That's why on both of my builds I actually don't use a grip at all. Skipping the grip frees up attachments points for things that actually make a difference, like a silencer, which helps a ton when flanking, or an extended mag, so you can stay in the fight longer without reloading. It also gives you more room to experiment with barrels depending on how you want the gun to feel. By the way, if you enjoy this kind of weapon breakdowns and builds, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I've got a ton more guides like this coming, and if you're into testing and optimizing weapons, you'll definitely enjoy what's next. Overall, the SGX is just a super reliable and flexible weapon. Whether you're pushing aggressively or playing a bit more cautiously, it adapts to your style, which makes it one of the most fun SMGs in Battlefield 6 once you really learn how to use it. Now let's take a look at the two builds I've been running, one for aggressive hipfire heavy players and one that's a bit more balanced and suited for everyone. So this is the first build. I have one thing I need to tell you. You need to get your gun to level, I think 41, if you want to use this entire setup. That's good to know. For the other builds, you don't need that necessarily. For this one, you do. Because I'm using the light barrel, which is one of the last attachments you unlock. I believe it's at around rank 42. Keep that in mind. The other builds you can use already with a little bit of a lower rank. Starting off with the sight, we have the Mini Flex one-time scope. Definitely recommend going with any of the one-time scopes. The reason why I use a scope on this one, I have the iron sight on the other one. It's got a very clean iron sight, but I have some points left. I literally had 5 points left, so I was like, I might as well just go with a sight on the weapon, which is kind of nice for this build. Then I have the green laser. As I always say with the laser sight, with especially the green and the blue laser, it is visible to the enemy player. Keep that in mind. I don't see enough people keeping that in mind when they're running around with these green lasers. They're risky. If you don't want people to see the green laser, go with that red laser. If you don't really want to adjust your playstyle to it, go with the red laser. Spend the 10 points on something else, probably a different ammo type, maybe an actual grip if you struggle with the recoil. So keep that in mind. What you want to do with the green laser is you want to make sure that when you're pointing around corners, you point against the wall so your laser doesn't go around the corner. Or if you're holding a corner, for example, you can actually sometimes look better. It's better to look at the ground than to, you know, have your aim up and look into the nothingness, because then the people can see your laser sight. Keep that in mind when you use these lasers. People can see them and they will adapt their playstyle to it, and they will have an advantage over you. So moving away from the laser, we have the suppressor. We're using the big 30 point suppressor. Fully hides in-world spotting and reduces the range where a soldier is spotted in the minimap while firing. Basically, when you're shooting in this game, you get spotted in this game, but there's going to be a little bit of a red like dot above you. Now, the player that wants to see that has to be pretty close to you when you're starting to shoot with the suppressor, and you're fully hidden in the in-world spotting. So that's why we use that 30 suppressor. Again, as I said, it's for the flanks. It's quite useful. Now, the light barrel. This is a barrel that makes this gun super, I would almost like to say, fluid. The mobility increases with this barrel a lot. Lightweight barrel that improves aim down sight accuracy. So this is for the range. So of course you have spread in this game. Basically the accuracy, you're gonna create some bloom. This removes that. While moving, and enables a faster transition to ADS. Basically, this makes the gun a whole lot more mobile and a whole lot more accurate while being mobile. So strafing with this gun is super useful. And you notice that strafing on the SGX is very fast as well. Then we have the 36 round mag, extended mag with the 36 rounds. You can go for the 41 rounds, but then you have to switch around the points. This is where I basically go with the iron sights. And then we have the FMJ. Now, the second build, I'm going to get it here on the spot. What I do on the second build, and you've probably seen quite a lot of clips with this, I use the iron sights. This frees up some points for the, well, not the extended mag yet. So we go with the light barrel. We go here with the short barrel, factory short barrel that improves hip fire. So we change that. And then we get the extended mag. Of course, it's only 5 extra bullets, but you might as well spend those bullets or spend those extra points on some extra bullets. Now you have the green laser sight in combination with the short barrel, which also improves the hip fire accuracy. So now this gun is basically a godlike hip fire weapon. It's got the iron sights, and of course it works really well in the intended range which this gun is made for. You're not going to try and kill players beyond 40 meters with this gun. This is not really what this submachine gun is made for. So this build really suits this weapon super well. Now what you can do again, if you want to use a grip on this gun, because you might struggle a little bit more with the recoil, you could literally go with the red laser and enable the very first grip. Slightly reduces recoil at cost of aim down sight accuracy while moving. Or what you can even do to make it better, you don't go with the 30 point suppressor, but you go with the 20 point suppressor. This reduces the hip fire accuracy though. So you go with that, and then you go with the either the alloy vertical or the rib vertical. So your build would look something like this. So the suppressor, short barrel, vertical, red laser sight, and the basic sight. Hopefully this video was useful. Hopefully you learned something new. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.